Today, the most important strike in weaponry. We're going to put away Jordan Bourne here for safety. We're going to go with a single stick. Just keep in mind that this single stick represents any longer weapon, longer than about 12 inches long. What I'm saying today doesn't apply to shorter weapons, doesn't apply to pointy weapons, but once you get longer than about 12 inches, this is true regardless of whether it's a sword, a stick, an axe, a shovel, whatever. If you watch a whole lot of videos of fights in the street or assaults with a weapon, with a longer weapon, you see this attack again and again and again. I'm just going to use it to defend myself. Basically, the guy's going to retract his arm like he's throwing a baseball, and then he's going to throw the baseball. He's going to throw the stick. So go ahead. Yeah, go really hard. There. Often it's multiple times, like he's hammering nails into a deck. So it's going to look like this. Go, 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 go. Now weapon arts, especially the Filipino martial arts, have got so many kinds of strikes. Typically, the numbering system goes something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it breaks apart. Often there are 12 basic strikes, but then there are many fancy strikes. You've got redondos, you've got abanicos, you've got floretes, you've got double-handed thrust, you've got all that stuff. But you know what shows up when you put on the fencing helmet and you do full contact sparring like the Dog Brothers have done? I've been fortunate or unfortunate enough to do a bunch of sparring with some licensed Dog Brothers, and sure, there are lots of fancy attacks. There's lots of face high and level changes, but again and again and again, you see this. That's just so common, it's so instinctive, it's so natural, and you might even see this kind of motion here, where you're pushing, pushing, pushing. So something comes out, both in sparring with high-level guys who spend a ton of time training the fancy strikes, and it comes out in self-defense. It comes out in when people are attacking other people with some kind of longer weapon. Then you know it's something you got to pay attention to. Regardless of whether you're going weapon versus weapon, go ahead. Yeah, I have to expect mostly this strike, especially as the tension and the pressure and the adrenaline goes up. And I should spend a good deal of my time getting used to stuff like here, crashing. Because I know that strike is coming. This is called a number one. It's called number one for a reason. Under pressure, people revert to that. You got to take that into account when you're working against weapons that are longer than about 12 inches.